How big is Forza Horizon 6's Japan really? How does the driving simulation feel? What's the deal with customization? Got any drifting? These aren't my questions, they're yours. So let's get them answered as we tour around the distinct regions of Japan in our early access playthrough of Forza Horizon 6 and talk through the things that we learned in Playground Games' most ambitious game ever. I'm going to set off from May's house, which is actually the first player house that you do own. It's a bit weird that we own her house, but she seems cool with it. I'm going to head south out of Tokyo City to explore some of the areas that first border it, and I'm going to do that in the Toyota Celica, which is one of the 3 initial cars that May gifts you as you arrive in Japan. But don't worry, I'm going to be coming back to Tokyo in just a little bit. So Nangan, it makes up one of the 9 regions that I got to explore in this preview build, and it's where you're going to find some of the most technical drift areas in the whole map. There were 2 drift zones in this region that I could test out, and the drifters out there are going to be very pleased to know that there are plentiful new customization options to really help you crank out as much score as possible with ease. I think the 4-gear transmission is just a must, and it's an excellent addition that just makes drifting way more accessible for anybody. And I'll demonstrate that in this Subaru drift tune that I whipped up, and it only took me a few seconds to make. Obviously, I didn't have the full roster of cars available in this version of the game, so I won't be able to cover too many other details on customization and the best cars just yet, but get subscribed so you don't miss those videos when we do get that info. In the meantime, I'm going to head north into the Shimanoyama region, where we can join up with Japan's gargantuan highway that forms a loop around more than 50% of the map.
You've just challenged a driver to a head-to-head.
This region will be of interest to the world builders out there, as it contains an enormous stadium that is just full of possibilities. Now, the world builder wasn't available for us to try out, but given how much space is here, coupled with the fact that you can build in real-time co-op with the new collab feature, I'm guessing that you guys are probably itching to get stuck in at launch. But a building feature that I did get to check out that a lot of you guys wanted to know a little bit more on was the Garage Customizer. So your first house is May's, as I mentioned. And it does come with a fairly roomy garage that you can drop objects into, set up car zones, customize, and even add some dinosaurs too. You know, because why not? There is just a frankly absurd amount of items here, and some more creative folks than me will surely find some great ways to use them. You can even tag some favorite items if you do find yourself using them quite often, which I think is a great feature that will also come in handy for the collab builders out there. So heading into the Hokubu region with its beautiful flower fields, and at this point, I'd just like to talk about how the cars actually feel to drive. There is, of course, distinct differences between different styles of car, and that becomes even more pronounced with upgrades and tuning. However, the biggest improvement to the way that I enjoyed playing Forza Horizon 6 was just tweaking some of the settings that were in the menus. Though the simulation steering is something that we've had since Forza Horizon 5, I believe, and it's something that more experienced drivers will turn on, and it helps strike a balance between Horizon's signature arcade steering and Motorsport's true sim feel. It helps cars feel way more responsive, but it also means that they kind of reflect the surface that you're driving over in a way more tactile manner. And then all of this information just feeds into your ability to drive better in the game, especially when you add in things like a new proximity radar feature into the mix. It's not for everyone, sure, but the slightly more competitive players out there are definitely going to appreciate it. Hokubu is doubly interesting as it's an area that will be of huge importance to the world builders, because it's where you'll find the estate. Now this is player housing taken to a whole new level with an enormous field of possibilities for you to create your own little slice of Horizon Heaven. Now sadly, no estate in this demo, but it's good to know how much space that we'll actually be working with. It's huge. Let's swap cars for something a little bit more rugged as we're venturing north into the Takashiro region. Now, there's an event here that allows you to replay the Forza Horizon 6 initial drive, which I'd love to show you, but I'm going to keep it under wraps so that I don't spoil the experience. Let's just say it's a visually stunning taste of what is to come in Japan, with 2G racing, bullet train chasing, ramp jumping action, accompanied by a seriously hyped soundtrack. But I'll leave that for you guys. This car, the GMC Jimmy, is actually another one of May's starter cars that you'll find at your disposal, but acquiring new cars of your own is a task that has been slightly revamped with some added flavour for collectors. Sure, you can just buy what you like from the auto show with your hard-earned creds, but the smart and savvy investors among us will seek out aftermarket cars to get some pre-tuned motors at a hefty discount. And I think it makes for a really fun reward for exploring the far reaches of the map to hunt down a really good deal. And it's just one of the many ways in which Horizon 6, I feel, is pushing the franchise forward for collectors. And then the completionists out there, you guys are going to have your hands full with Japan's array of content, of course. We've got the return of bonus boards, there's nearly 700 roads to explore, PR stunts aplenty, and a whopping 200 cute as a button mascots for you to obliterate. I almost feel bad. Almost. The Alpine region of Sotoyama is Playground Games' answer to that fierce debate that all of us Horizon players engage in of, is snow fun or is it just really annoying? Well, now you don't have to wait 3 weeks for a hit of the white stuff. Instead, it's available all year round. You just need to venture north to the mountains, pack your snow tyres, and just enjoy the powder. Honestly, this is the place to be for big PR stunts like danger signs, trailblazers, or just grabbing a quick snap at the highest point of the map. And while we can't visit Mount Fuji, this is still pretty damn glorious. I mean, I'm not even sure you could really get a car up Mount Fuji anyway, even if you tried really hard. You probably have noticed as well the sheer amount of traffic in all areas of the map, with some particularly aggressive driver tars that are often engaged in 2G races of their own. You can challenge each of them if you like to a point-to-point head-to-head race for some bonus XP, but don't be surprised if they actually do try to run you off the road, because they are pretty feisty. Let's go off-road a bit and test the suspension of a returning classic, the Nomad, as I'm just going to let gravity do its thing on our way back through Takashiro and Hokubu on our way to the Ito region. Now this area is just defined by its long coastal stretches, it houses a winding rally circuit, and it's got plenty of trees to smash. And it's here that I'd just like to take a moment to truly appreciate the variety of this map. Each biome feels distinct with their own identities and details, and they're all just a joy to experience. They all look fantastic, as you can plainly see, with lighting improvements across the board and a level of detail that could only be achieved on current-gen Xboxes. And the fact that this is all happening seamlessly on a shared open-world map of this size is no small feat, and that's before even mentioning the fact that this demo was just locked to the spring season only, meaning that there are still 3 more to see that will affect the game in more meaningfully drastic ways than Horizon 4 or 5 ever did. And as we join back up with the highway on our way back to Tokyo City, you're going to notice a little island that's just off to the left. Now that's Legend Island, and it's the 10th and final region in Forza Horizon 6. Of course, I wasn't actually able to earn my Legends wristband and gain access to that area in this demo, but we'll be sure to cover that and more of the story details and activities in future videos, so subscribe right now so you don't miss anything. In the meantime, why don't we just enjoy some drifting around Tokyo City, where we can soak up those enhanced reflections, really enjoy the densely packed roads, and of course, Just some immaculate vibes. And let us know in the comments if there are any questions that you want answered, because we will still have loads of Forza Horizon 6 content to come your way. All in all, I've absolutely loved my time with the game. It looks brilliant, it plays even better, and it's not too long until that May 19th release date, day one into Game Pass Ultimate. So let's just enjoy the vibes. Bye.